Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Lions going up against the Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The first carry for the Utah man now, it's Joe Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
7:34. We got three. White Monday down. Here we go.
Carr to throw on second down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Levante David coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Red zone opportunity. On second down, here's Carr. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down following the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Now Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Michael Bannon able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. And McManus able to put it through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. This time Ryan will throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. DeMarcus Walker in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Now it's Ryan. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just... didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now Marshall. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
This is Marshall trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the shotgun, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And he puts it through. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring and moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Big hold of the 30. Cuts it out to the sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 85 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap, loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And here's Marshall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here's Ryan to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run with Marshall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. DeMarcus Walker in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They run it again with Williams. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on second down, Carr. He sets to fire deep. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Ryan. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And able to find Green. 18 yards there and a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Carr to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Lions have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They run the counter now on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now Ryan on first down. Harris has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Maxwell. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now Ryan. And caught right side, Green. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On 2nd down, Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. operating from the gun. Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Frank Clark in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
To throw on 2nd down, Carr. It's complete to Chris Conley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Buccaneers as they've just scored again. A win would be their first of the young season. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Gilbert. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Carr now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Oh, look at that. He's got daylight. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And now that one really widening up. The Bucs have just scored again. A win would be their first of the young season. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Shift together here from the D-line. Ryan wants to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Lions, not much to complain about.